Welcome back. Uh, audio, cool. Hey, so I'm not Tap Dog. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but this is actually Mr. Anderson. Just, hanging out, making a YouTube video, content. Huzzah. Anyway, it has been way too long, way too long. And I think that some pack reviews are pretty overdue. Unfortunately, I am not going to go back and redo the pack reviews for the cards that are already knocked out of the shop. When they cycle back around, I might try and do them, but we'll see. If you're upset that there was no video uploaded for those packs, then you should definitely go subscribe to my good friend Winter. He runs the channel called Little Alchemist Olympics, and he got those. He got those pack reviews up. Um, you know, and so I wanted to step in well before finding out that Tap wanted to step out, and just kind of timing magic happened. My primary focus wasn't initially going to be pack reviews, but I know that that's kind of this channel's bread and butter. But now I'm just kind of rambling. So, what I need you guys to do is to go down to the description of this video and go over to Little Alchemist Olympics channel and click the subscribe button. Um, I know some of you are, but only about 10%. So let's get that way higher. I don't know if you guys know how the YouTube algorithm magic works, but some cool stuff happens when you hit 1K. So please go over there, flood his channel, double his subscriber count. He totally deserves it. And then if I don't have time to put pack reviews together, which I mean, that's knowing my track record, pretty strong possibility. But enough. I'm Mr. Anderson. I used to put videos on this channel. I'm doing it again. Hopefully, life will allow me to continue to do this. Every time I've tried, life gets a little more busy, and then I have to step back again. But it looks like for now things are fairly stable. So, as always, it's another beautiful pack put out by our good friends Monumental. They added the Atomic Aftermath combo card, and the Apocalypse Onyx combo card is making its debut, perfectly themed with this radiation and radioactive fallout. I mean, themed pack. Radioactive fallout, not like Fallout TM, of course. That would be some totally unique other situation. Anyway, let's start by looking at this Apocalypse Onyx combo card. Actually makes 124 combos. That's exactly the same as Affliction, which is another fantastic one, and I believe it is more than Monkey, which is the one before that came out with the Pirate Pack. So a ton of super solid combos. It looks pretty attack focused, um, with the big mojo. If you can double Onyx that with Elf, getting all the way up to 43 attack. There's a couple of defense focused ones, like Fairy Tale will combo into Wind Princess, and then that's super defensive. But overall, I mean, Apocalypse is going to be pretty attack heavy, with a couple, more than a couple. Family Reunion, Grey Goo. It has a backfill that gets you access to the new card Atomic Burrito, which we'll cover here in a bit, but another just beautiful attack focused one. If you've got an Onyx toy, you can hit Raging Gamer. That's another one that's above 40. Plenty of just heavy hitting, very strong attack focused card here. Great for tiebreaker decks, great for heroics, great for just kind of the arena in general. Unless you're trying to do Lobo, it's not going to be great for Lobo. You'll see that's a pretty common theme for this whole pack. Moving on to the golden combo card, Atomic Aftermath, brand new one, just added to the game. Artwork is fantastic, as always, and all 125 combos are either gold or diamond. So again, that's pretty typical for what we've seen of the new packs, but none of the combos are weak, common or uncommon ones. Now, what's the breakdown on that look like? 74 diamond, 51 rare. So even within it, it's still pretty diamond focused. Now, if you go ahead and look at the like stat breakdown for the cards, it looks like almost all of them are going to be attack focused. That shouldn't be really surprising with the theme. Nukes aren't exactly known for their defensive capabilities, other than what mutually assured destruction, which I feel like that's a missed opportunity of a combo card, but that's okay. Um, the only really defense focused one here would be Utopia, and that is going to come in with a strong max defense of 36. So almost everything else is going to get you pretty decent access to like really attack, if not more balanced cards out of the combos. But just sitting on 125 of them is going to get you a really long way. It's not like the best combo card they've ever released, but it's going to make a pretty solid improvement as a fused card replacement for another. Like, it's not going to replace an Onyx card in your deck, but if you have unfused gold cards, an unfused version of this will probably make a stronger replacement. And if you have fused gold cards, if you manage to pull two and fuse it up, it's probably going to make a stronger replacement card than most of the gold combo cards you've got in your deck. Just the fact that it's so focused on making the diamond combos, and the gold combos are kind of just sprinkled in there. And if you actually really look at it, the funny thing is it seems like a lot, like there's a couple that aren't, but the majority of the gold combos are on lesser used combo cards anyway. I mean, Love is a pretty solid exception to that. I know a lot of people are running that, especially the Onyx variant, but that's one where unfortunately it is still just going to get you a gold combo result. But overall, I'd recommend, if you get a hold of this, test it out on the optimizer. There will be new optimizers released on the Discord, and you'll probably find that it makes a pretty solid improvement in your deck. Cool card, great artwork. Probably not super useful as a crushing blow. I mean, a 34 attack damage crushing blow is going to definitely put a dent in some stuff, but just crushing blow is not as useful as everything else. Your radiators. What a forced all caps pun right in the middle of it. I love it. This is going to be a new plunder card with 35 attack. That that should be the strongest plunder card that's available, if I remember correctly. I didn't pick up the last one. I think I am going to try and go for this one. With 35 attack, your average, like against Onyx cards, it's not going to do a whole lot, but I foresee Plunder predominantly in Lobo decks, where you're going to try and play it as your opponent is waning, meaning you're hopefully not facing as many Onyx combos. Though the downside is, only 22 defense. You definitely need to have some health kind of in reserve, at least 10, probably more comfortably like 15 health in reserve if you're going to pop this against a combo card. If you're looking at trying to pop this against a final form, you're probably kind of in for a world of hurt. But definitely a cool new addition with the cool new power. Main character Mutt is the only absorb card in this deck, and it's not a great one. It's all right. Definitely have defense with it, but defense is not the stat that you want. You want attack stat, and only being 29, probably not super useful. Maybe heroics, if you pick them up and you have the dust and you want more more absorb cards in your heroics deck, or if you're really lean on them and you're trying to get a tiebreaker or some other kind of stall deck put together. I mean, you can stall with tiebreaker. I know a lot of people don't do that, but I found some success with it. Um, maybe it's like that weird niche with the higher defense. It definitely lets you stall a little bit better, but you're losing out on regaining life with that lower attack stat. Okay, moving on to Utopia. This is a protect card. It's the defensive one in the deck. Outside of stall applications, I don't. I mean, it's a sweet card. I love the artwork on it, but usefulness probably pretty limited, unfortunately. So, Nuclear Wintertide is the only diamond curse card in the group. I mean, with 30 attack, not the best curse card. Um, 26 defense, obviously. With curse, that won't matter. I mean, I guess you're playing against a final form, you'll still, like a fused critical strike, you'll still take a small hit, but um, would like to see a little bit higher attack on curses. And they're such a niche application anyway. If you want one, it's all right. It's probably like a B tier curse card. Certainly not great, certainly not the worst. Now, where this pack shines, it has not only one ridiculous critical strike with this metallic fraternity coming in at a 34 attack, so that's going to double up to a 68. Not sniper strength, but I mean, you're right there. Um, and then decent defense, as far as you can get to boot. Um, Great critical for a newer player. Great critical for a newer player. Now, the only thing better than that first critical card is the second. Yes, this pack has two critical strike cards. So if you're new and you're trying to build up a really fast, really easy to use tiebreaker deck, which I think is still the primary meta for newer players, critical strikes are the way to go. And with 36 attack, that's right on par with Sniper. It doesn't have the defense that Sniper does, but again, tiebreaker, not nearly as important. This is an absolute monster. Maybe not like S plus tier, but definitely like S tier. There's very, very few cards in the game that can rival this as far as just sheer critical strike power. Cherish collectibles, it's a great one to make Onyx combos out of, but that's not what we're looking at when we're talking about the final form. It's a critical strike. It's going to end up with a 30 attack power, which is decent for a rare one. But all these gold ones really are not. They're the filler. They're the fodder. Uh, not exactly what you're looking for. Ghouls and Dolls. This is a counter card. Um, 15 defense, pretty low for a counter. That's actually what you are looking for. So that's potential, like very limited use in a tiebreaker setting, but then it doesn't have the attack stat to back it up because it's gold. It literally can't. There's restrictions in the game with total attack and defense stats for gold cards, and I think if I remember correctly, this is actually at the top for the stat totals, but that's the downsides. I mean, with counter, having only 15 defense, that's about as good as you're going to get. I think you can technically get it down to 12 on a gold card, but I don't know if any of those even exist. So maybe very rare niche application. King of the Heap, critical strike, only a 24 attack. Really no use unless you're dust heavy but card light and wanting to expand in a heroics deck. It's a weird place for people to find themselves in, but I'm sure at least one of you is in that situation. But even then, I probably wouldn't waste the dust unless you have extremely exorbitant amounts of it and a desperate need for more attack in your heroics deck. Mystifying Mutations. We got another curse card. This one has higher defense. coming in at 19 defense, so it's hard to use. Overstimulated. Crushing Blow, only 21 attack, really not usable, unfortunately. It makes some decently balanced Onyx combos, which, I mean, that's kind of the theme of all of these gold ones. So if you pick up the new Atomic Aftermath gold combo card, and you've got a decent amount of Onyx combos, um, you know, like Life, or I believe Sweets has an Onyx variant, Strength has an Onyx variant, Time has an Onyx variant. Those will all make this, and it's a well balanced, just good. It's gonna tank a big hit as well as hit back decently hard. It's a well balanced card. Absorb for Unsettling Settlers. That's really hard to say. That's actually a beautiful pun that I'm just now that I'm reading it out loud, realizing what they did there. I see what you did there, Monumental. Good job. Um, it's an absorb card. It's got 27 attack, limited use in heroics, but you've got to be dust heavy and card light. Which again, I don't know if that's actually anyone, but it's a cool card nonetheless. All right, that's the whole pack. I have no idea how long this has been, but I appreciate you sticking out to this point. Like I said, if you want consistency, Mr. Anderson doesn't exactly have the best track record for consistency. I actually tried to record a video for the previous pack review. I hated every second of the audio and deleted it. So sorry. I didn't have time to re-record it before the pack was like leaving the shop, and I quit in frustrated defeat. What I've actually been working on for about 3 months is a massive overhaul to the optimizer. Now, uh, if you'd like to follow that, I'm posting updates very, very rarely on that on my other channel. I'll also link the description down there. And just, that's a goal for, what this channel set out to do like 8 years ago when we started. It's really just about raising awareness with this game. So this is going to tie back to what I was talking about in the intro. Now, the best way for things to raise awareness on YouTube is with the stupid algorithm that everyone complains about. Now, the number one thing that the algorithm seems to care about is having 1,000 subscribers. Now, there's a big, long technical reason for that, but like that's the number one hurdle that your channel has to cross before you really start being able to just be found using the search algorithm, or not the search function on YouTube. Like if you guys would have searched for a pack review for the pirate pack or for whichever one came out before that. Now I'm blanking on it. The adventure pack, maybe? Yeah. Um, yeah, that was the one that I did the recording for and deleted it. Anyway, if you search for it, those pack reviews exist, but they're buried because they're on a channel that doesn't have 1,000 subscribers. So if you would like to see the game grow and have a wider player base, the more channels on YouTube that hit 1,000 subscribers that make content, the faster we'll be able to get the collective Little Alchemist YouTube community, and it's a small group. But there are like a dozen channels that have made videos, and it's frustrating to start because you can have the most relevant, on topic, timely video, which Winter literally did for the last two packs, and it gets no traction. It gets no traction because the stupid search and the recommendations don't show it to the people who it knows wants to watch videos about Little Alchemist because he doesn't have enough subscribers. So please, I'm going to link several YouTube channels that cover this. It would mean the world to me, and I'm sure to them, to just go, like, it's free. This isn't Twitch, right? You're not paying $5 a month. It's just go click the button. Um, the funny thing about it is, if you don't watch their videos, they won't even show up in your news feed or your recommended, which I would say is unfortunate, but it really makes it zero risk to you. You can go support the gaming community as a whole with no risk. I mean, you're talking 5 minutes of your life to go to the description of this video, click on those channels that I've listed down there. It's Little Alchemist. Olympics would be the number one that I would recommend. He does a great job. Winter has actually been playing this game longer than I have, which is absurd. I mean, he's also taking breaks, but um, yeah, he's OG Little Alchemist. He knows what the heck he's talking about. He's been playing since before Onyx cards existed, since before he potentially has been playing since before the event portal existed. Like he is an OG Little Alchemist player. He knows what the heck he's talking about, and he's been around, and he gets videos out super fast. He probably also beat me to the punch on getting this review up. We'll see. But if I had to bet, I'm guessing his is up faster. The other ones, DatPlat, he does a lot of games, but one of which is Little Alchemist. Flounderer YT is another guy. He will put out stuff, and I know there's like a few more that hang out on Discord. They'll occasionally chuck videos up, and certainly getting those channels crept up, especially the ones that cover more than one game, it brings new audience members. So yeah, that's my super long ramble. Anyway, I don't know why you're still here if you are, but thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you've got more questions about that new optimizer things, I mean, feel free, reach out to me on Discord. Oh, one more thing. Uh, if you'll notice, a lot of the admins on the Discord are now just mods. Um, that was not that was completely discussed and agreed to by the entire team. Monumental views the Discord as a very valuable tool for the community, and to the point where they are going to fund the administration of the Discord channel. It's all been volunteer based in the past. Now it's just going to be funded. That admin work is going to be a funded position by Monumental. It's still going to be Tiggs. Tiggs is awesome, but any admin-esque questions are going to be directed directly to the Monumental. It's now the official Little Alchemist Discord. We'll still be there. We'll still be posting links just like before. Yeah, so that's why you'll see if you're like, hey, what happened? You're not an admin anymore. Yeah, don't worry about it. I told them that I was more than happy to not be an admin, and realistically, it's been so long that I've been kind of flaking in and out of the community. If they wanted me to not be a mod anymore, it's just like, hey, cool, let me post to the the video announcement channel, and other than that, I'm happy. Um, so really appreciate that Monumental is stepping in to do that work. Um, I think overall, the Discord's been a fantastic extension of the game, um, kind of for the last 8+ years. I mean, without that, we'd be on forums, which was fine, but it certainly isn't the living, breathing community that Discord is. So I didn't want any of you guys to worry that we were like kicked out or demoted against our will. All of the admins that are now just mods were fully okay with the transition of power that happened. There's no bad blood, no one's upset, but that's just kind of the state of things. And that's going to make this video way too long. So, bye.